I think we're live. Welcome to some Friday night baseball from Smokey Joe Williams. T-Tex Tony Turnstile on the call tonight. Seguin River Monsters back at home after a long road trip, being off from home games, I think, for like 10 days. Our last home game was the 18th. But the Stirs have turned it around and presently control their own destiny with 3 games left in the season, are holding on to second for the second half of the season. That's the way the playoffs work, first half, second half. It's definitely a first half and second half story for the Stirs. Coach Perez, their trade lineups, has done an outstanding job with this club to get us in the playoff hunt, and we solidly are. We getting it? Nice. Louis Solis, producer, director extraordinaire. This young man is going to be my boss someday. Only blessed to be working with Louis. And he's pulling double duty. That's what it looks like right now. We got the second half up. Nice. Stirs 10-10, considering we're almost like 10 games under 500. We've been putting the whooping on some pretty good ball clubs and hanging right in there. So Stirs holding their own. Got Acadiana. I think Brazos Valley Bombers are locking horns with the Generals tonight, and it's the Roog. The Rougaroo are off. So we can keep separating and get in there. Stirs got a chance. Stirs got a chance at the playoffs for real. Take a look at some league leaders, maybe. Sounds good. You got Lee Amity, the second baseman for the King Cutters, at the top of the league now. Garrett Felix cooled off a little bit. But we got Zach Longshore up there at strikeouts. And we got Luke Greenlee up there in W's. Logan Stockton batting 322. And Kyle Atkinson batting 325. Love to see it. Freeman right up there with RBIs. Look at that, 23 bibbies for Preston. So that's the setting here in the Texas Collegiate League. Let's go through some lineups. Visiting Acadiana Cane Cutters. Lee Amity, leading the league, batting average, is leading on playing second base. 2-hole, playing left field, Luke Bumpus. Batting third, playing center field, Christian Garcia. Batting in the 4-hole, Cade Turnage. Batting fifth, playing first base, Jagger Shaddle. Batting in the 6-hole, playing third base tonight. He goes right out of Miami. Emil Estrella. Okay, man. Going to Bossier Parish Community College, Estrella. Jersey number change tonight. The Hammer, Logan Ham. One of my center field cam setup interviews. Mr. Ham, two-way player, pitches, plays position out of Bridge City, Texas, going to Lamar. He's batting 7th DH and batting 8-hole, playing right field, Noah Gaspard out of Forked Island, Louisiana, which I will certainly be Googling because that sounds awesome. Forked Island. Oh, national anthem. All right, let's finish that. Acadiana Cane Cutter lineup. So Gaspard was batting 8-hole, playing right field. Mr. Gaspard is a junior out of Forked Island, Louisiana. Please tell me more about Forked Island. I'm going to find out. Batting 9-hole, playing shortstop. Jordan Thompson from Moss Bluff, Louisiana, going to Nicholls State. So he knows Garrett Felix and the crew. Got Jaden Clore. We got a couple of Nicholls State colonels for sure. On the bump tonight for Acadiana, Tim O'Connor out of Northwest State. Tim O'Connor out of Worcester, Mass. Go pack the car. I got so many good friends from Boston, and I can't do the accent, but you gotta break balls a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So Tim O'Connor, Worcester, Massachusetts, but he's down Louisiana. Goes to Northwestern State. All right, now for your Seguin River Monsters, leading off. Playing second base and going from Howard to Arkansas State next year, Nyan Hayes. Batting 2-hole, playing center field. Absolutely the hottest torched bats you could have for most of the summer. I still think he'll win the batting title. The takedown Amity is Garrett Felix, my favorite at bat. Batting 3-hole, playing shortstop, Texas State Bobcat, Alex Gonzalez. Batting 4th, playing left field, the man, the myth, the legend, Jack the walk-off grand salami amongst his other highlights this summer. The ever-present, omnipresent out of El Paso, Texas, going to UTRGV, Adrian Torres. Mr. Clutch. Batting the 5-hole, DH in tonight, league leader in RBI, Preston Freeman. 6-hole, playing right. And I think he's in the transfer portal. Harding University, NFL linebacker, built like it. Total stud, Xavier Arias, batting 6-hole and playing right. 7-hole, catching tonight, the Wolverine, Logan Stockton. Batting 8th, playing third base, Damian the Rifle Rodriguez, playing first with glue in his glove because he digs everything. Connor, Mr. Clutch Kaiser. And on the bump tonight is Braylon Pilo going to UTSA next year. So he's going to get underway to Mr. Amity. I'm going to light this candle, folks. It's a good way to start it. 1 to Amity. Amity, been a problem all year, represented by his batting average. Nice breaker. Strike 2 from Pilo. I love Pilo's stuff. He's a very abbreviated windup. He's one of the out of the stretch guys, but top of being just a heck of a guy, amazing athlete. I just wonder if he just messed with a crazy Nolan Ryan over the head wind up and leg kick. He throws 100 or something. I don't know. Man can dream. The head coach at UTSA, try that out. Dude's a stud. 1 and 2. Oh, fools Amity on the off speed. Bounced over to Mr. Rodriguez, and he throws him out. Damian the Rifle Rodriguez. It's a registered firearm attached to his right shoulder. And that's a 5-3 for the first out. It's our new cam. We got like a zoom cam with our worst transmitter. Just zoomed in on the mount. We know he adjusted it right if we're not chopping off Pilo's head because he's tall. This is going to be Luke Bumpus. It's probably a strike, but it's called the ball. Mr. Bumpus. Let's take a look at Mr. Luke Bumpus. Some of these guys are new additions, like Nyan Hayes, our leadoff guy. Some of these guys check in late. Some guys have to go. We miss Hector Rodriguez. We thank you for your service to Seguin River Monsters. You're a total stud and great guy. I hope you're surfing. He's visiting family back in Florida. Before the school year starts, you get an opportunity to do that, you got to do that. 1-1 to Bumpus from Pilo. Nice breaking ball, fooled him. Pilo locked in ahead of both batters. 1-2. you ever seen the movie The Christmas Story, the neighbors with the hounds that are the bane of their Thanksgiving dinner, and eventually the hounds come in and break in and eat the turkey, and they have to go out for duck or something. The Bumpuses. It's the only other time I've seen that name, but that's an awesome name. Luke Bumpus Jr., Wiley, Texas, going to Lamar. Probably no relation. 1 and 2. Nice breaking ball. That was a really good spot right there. Probably low, but close enough to make you want to chase that. It's not an official waist pitch. That's dicey. 2s, and he fists off another breaker in on the hands. Huge thanks to the sponsor tonight, GVEC Clutch. Big employer in the area and bought out the house, brought their employees. So thank you, GVEC, for making college baseball happen in the TCL. Fastball.
Go, Braylon.
He pulls it a little bit. Count goes full. Oof. Pretty good looking pitch for ball 4, but it missed. So Bumpus works a walk. King Cutters, most of the TCL. Wildly egregious stolen base attempts. It's Christian Garcia out of Katy, Texas, going to Hill College, the center fielder tonight. Say Bumpus has a pretty healthy lead. Probably going. Nice breaking ball. Strike 1. Nasty from Pilo. Bumpus. Oh, ball to the backstop. The wild pitch. So Bumpus moves up to second, taking away the force. And it's 1-1 to Mr. Garcia. Can't recollect in all the different games, but Acadiana on a couple occasions has stole third in situations where I was surprised that you would try to get that extra bag, and it definitely backfired on him once. Checked it. That's a strike. So breaking stuff working for Pilo. And gets him out in front. Flies it out. Mr. Gonzalez at shortstop. And Alex Gonzalez takes care of that. 2 down. Gonzalez played a lot of third base, played some second base. He's a shortstop by trade, primary position. So moving him there ain't nothing but a thing. As Hector's glove is using the limited amount of time these guys have in the summer to visit his family before he goes to UTSA next year. Hector Rodriguez had a heck of a summer for the River Monsters, to be sure. This is Cade Turnage, King Cutter's catcher. And he shoots it out to right, but Arias has it played perfectly and hauls it in. And a clean first inning for the Sturs. We'll go to bottom of 1.
Gotta fly. Get me to get. I wanna feel the heat. Fly over the ocean. I take you along. You like a rocket man. I live in motion. You land in New York City. 'Cause I love the way she moves. Gotta hold on tight all through the night. Get on to the aeroplane. That's right. Gonna let you go it along. Bring me home some fun. Ha. I travel light and I don't bite. Fly over the Atlantic. Take off to a new city. Somewhere got history. Somewhere real pretty. We're cruising in London, yeah. And I love the way she moves. Gotta hold on tight all through the night. Huh. Get on to the aeroplane. Huh.
Make it on to the aeroplane.
All right.
To the aeroplane.
Here we go now.
Make it on to the aeroplane.
Break it down for me.
Get on to the aeroplane.
Woo-hoo.
Make it on to the aeroplane.
That's right.
Get on to the aeroplane.
Come on.
Make it on to the aeroplane.
Fly, baby, fly.
Get on to the aeroplane. Make it on to the aeroplane.
Never play now.
Get on to the aeroplane.
Get on to the aeroplane.
Get on to the aeroplane.
Get on to it. Come on.
Get on to the aeroplane.
And land in New York City. And I love the way she moves. Gotta hold on tight all through the night. Get on to that aeroplane. 10,000 feet.
All right. Getting a look at Tim O'Connor. Nyan Hayes. Love it. Out of New Orleans, Louisiana. It's got some style that I like. It's got his jersey buttoned halfway down. Got to air it out on these hot Texas days. That's how I did it. Upstate New York Wood Bat League. Air it out. Get that chest some air. With no undershirt. It's very nice. Can have fun in the summer. Squares to bunt. And Miliki. My first eyes on 9As. He's been playing a lot on the road. He checked in when we were away. 0-1. Was a breaker for a strike from O'Connor. O'Connor has had his, which is sad for a lefty. I think he skies that. So over to Australia, and Turnage makes the catch. Nothing more painful as a foul out. Hopeless. You're helpless. So F. Dose, one down. Forgot what my train of thought was there. Oh, Hayes checked in on the road. Over here. Get first eyes at him. Good things. This is Garrett Felix. Oh, O'Connor. That's what I was saying. I'm not a fan of the no windup. But, you know, I'm old school. I think you need that Nolan Ryan. Wrench it over the head. See if that loosens up the shoulder. Nice kick, big leg kick, something. 0-1. But I'm biased. I think I got him. I did. Nipped the jersey. That's how you get the hit by pitch the harmless way. So Felix is aboard, because he's always aboard with his on-base percentage. Astronomical. This is going to bring up the shortstop, Alex Gonzalez. But, I don't know, the trademark symbol, crafty lefty. I think it's even bigger sin when you take a windup away from a lefty. It's a bigger sin. If your coach is taking away windups, I'm not saying you're a member of the Communist Party, but I can't rule it out. It's Alex Gonzalez. Takes it down, ball one. Stur's got something cooking with one out. All right. Gonzalez for pretty healthy act there for strike one. Wrong, which is a little platter over there for me. Trying to make everything the same for everybody? No. Variety is the spice of life. That was either the bad move. Sometimes they get a lefty, they give you one look. Like, it's not all there is for these lefties. 1-1 to Alex Gonzalez. And I don't want to see baseball where every dude has the same windup. Please don't. And Felix is going. It bounces off Turnage. Get up and, he can't go. So, off the fingers of Turnage's catcher's glove, and he's in with a stolen base. And 2-1 to Alex Gonzalez. So, in scoring position for Mr. Gonzalez. Although the guy, we didn't issue those, but that like nice lime, bright, fluorescent green sleeve, Alex Gonzalez, he's worked that in. Some of these dudes just got fashion styles for days. See him outside the ballpark. High fashion. 2-1 now from O'Connor. Amity trying to check on Felix. Big hole right side. Doesn't get on top of the breaking ball. 3-1 now. 3 games left in the season. Tonight, tomorrow, I think there's a day off, and then we got one on Monday. Is that how it is? Nope. It's 3 in a row. And that's it. That's going to decide if Sturs make the playoffs. Drilled up the middle. That was good base running by Felix. He has to hold there because Amity was like shading up the middle because he kept checking on Felix at second. So Gonzalez drills it, but Amity almost gloved it. Felix was like, I ain't getting doubled off. So he takes a jab step back, and then he breaks. So no chance to score. Nice hit, Alex Gonzalez. We've got ourselves a first-third situation for Adrian Torres. This Torres, out of my personal opinion, my personal unbiased opinion, the greatest city I've ever lived in, El Paso. It's so awesome. Breaking ball is up 1-0. Tell you about El Paso. 300 sunny days a year. No humidity. How you like that? I lived in Sunset Heights right next to UTEP. And I moved right before the AAA stadium got put in. Oh, that hurt. Good hack on the... It could have been off speed. I'm not sure. We call it a Crisco ball, like Eddie Harris. 1-1. But I lived in Sunset. It was like right in the middle of downtown, right next to downtown in El Paso. Historical neighborhood. Very cool. The other thing, I lived on Prospect Street in Sunset Heights in El Paso, and I'm kidding you not. The guy who lived next to me, and then the other house, because we were like in this fourplex, like old brick brownstone thing. The 2 guys up the hill from us argued about which house Pancho Villa had lived in. Skied. I don't think we can do anything about that. So that'll be 2 down. No way to advance F3. Check the Mexican Revolution, man. That ain't like 1700s. That's like early 1900s. Pancho Villa's hanging out there. So a lot of history there, but very cool town. UTEP's got some good sports. I wish UTEP had a baseball team. That's what kills me. Here's Preston Freeman. Good man to have up in an RBI situation. I'll tell you that. 2 down, first and third. Torres flies out. The first baseman. Good job by Freeman laying off the breaker. 1-0. I'll say it every time. Bill White says this next pitch will be a fastball. Played his entire major league career. They missed with the first one. The next one's the fastball. but he misses with it. I think that's in a Sabre bio. Bill White was National League president, played for the Giants, Cardinals. I forget who else. He said an umpire told him that. Like he's like a rookie. They missed that first one. Next one's the He's like he said an entire career on that hitting philosophy, which is great. Bounces it 3-0 to Freeman. I think Freeman has a green line. As clutch as he is, and as good of a fastball hitter as you have Freeman this early in the game, sit fastball, let him cut it loose. Freeman had a grand salami on the road against the Rougarou. There's the fastball. And it was a first pitch fastball. So Connor misses badly, and that's ball 4. So the bases are packed, full of stirs. Xavier Arias. Arias, Lavernia, Texas, nearby. Local guy. Absolute stud. So many of the guys, I mean, I'm biased, but these guys are just class action. Talk to them, they're so nice. They make all the time in the world to chat you up. It's a 2-hit situation for Arias here. Stirs threatening. Oh, good hack. Fouls it off. Gill in the house tonight. Gill getting some moves going. Change up pretty wide. Gives him the call. Catcher was sitting out there. Turnage was out there with the Tony Pena. Kind of leg kicked out. And I'm not a perfect ball strike caller up here. I'm very much a homer. Some 2. One because he fouled off the first pitch. 1-2 to Xavier Arias. Swings through and they get him. Strands a Village. Big spot for O'Connor. And he gets Arias with a K. Arias will get him next time. He will bounce back, but goes up and away with a fastball, possibly based on that wide pitch call. Arias is in protect mode. As it is, can't cut or scrape out of it. Take a break. Go to 2. Go to the second. All right. It's going to be Jagger Shattle, the third. I'm sorry, rather the first baseman. Pilo up high for the first pitch. Mr. Shattle out of Richardson, Texas, going to Hill College. 1-0. Keep it up with Major League Baseball. Bounced over to Mr. Hayes, and he handles his first Smokey Joe hop like a champ. So 4-3. Mr. Nyan Hayes, I believe this is his first game on Smokey Joe Williams Field, and I don't know if he'd have been as nonchalant if he realized the notoriety that this field has for vicious neck-slapping hops. As it is, Emil Estrella, going to Bossier Parish Community College out of Miami, Florida. Slide piece looked pretty good. They're calling that up for ball one. Miami. Was at South Al. We played University of Miami when Pat Burrell was there. That's how old I am. And yes, he crushed off us. And they picked our signs. How do you like that? I think we got swept in 3 games. Maybe we're 1-2. Not a good series. And Pat Burrell knows what's coming. Crushed out to center. Going back on it is Felix. He's going to have to play it on, hop off the wall. Estrella is a big dude, so he's going to square up a Pilo pitch. Power versus power. So 1-out double. Estrella goes to second. No, nothing cheap about that one. And this is going to be the hammer, Logan Ham. I got to talk to Mr. Ham. I'm going to set up the center field camera. Got an injury in the spring, but coming out of that, playing some good summer ball. He also pitches for the King Cutters. He's out of Bridge City, Texas, going to Lamar Cardinal. Outside. Stockton trying to get out there and frame it up. Did not get the call. That's a strike. See, I felt like that was just as high as the slider was to Estrella, but we didn't get the call. 1-1. I don't know what the story was with the umpires in the TCL early. We had like 3 umps showing up. That's skied foul, and over is Rodriguez, and he makes the catch. Damian, the rival Rodriguez, reaches into the dugout. That's a great play right there because he goes over and he finds the dugout fence with his hand, keeps track of the ball, looks down, finds it, looks back up, and makes the catch. Excellent 2 outs. Foul out. Damian Rodriguez. UTRGV, man. That's a ball club you got to get down and see. They got Yuli Tovar throwing cheddar cheese down there. There's Noah Gaspard. Mr. Gaspard out of Forked Island, Louisiana. Strike one. Or hike one. You want to drop the S on that. So Pilo trying to strand Estrella. And he goes, I don't understand. He's safe on that, but I simply do not understand the stealing third with 2 outs. And the King Cutters have notoriously done that. It's a risky move. You get a leg up on a passed ball. That's the one advantage. Other than that, you're scoring on a single with 2 outs because you're running on anything. I don't know. I mean, bunt base hit, other stuff. I mean, you're scoring. Always helps. But I don't know. Burned them one game. They lost by, it was a 2-run game, but it was like a tie game or 1-run game at the time they did. It got thrown out by Mr. Stockton, too. So 1-1. And it's skied out. Long run, and Mr. Arias makes it just into foul ground. So stolen base matters not as Gaspard flies out to Xavier Arias covering a lot of ground. So clean slate through 1.5. We'll go to the bottom of 2, folks. All righty, the Wolverine Logan Stockton's going to start it up for us. Shout out Mr. Justin Aaron. Just give him love on Twitter. Appreciate you, buddy. Also, the man, the myth, legend, Rip Griffin, Jeff Griffin, the Texas Baseball Report. Always support. ATG Crew, Dutch Chattahoochee, MILB Happy LA. Underground Baseball forming like Voltron. Here's O'Connor to Stockton. Bottom of the second. The bender misses wide. Stockton, high average on base beast. It's up 2-0. It's just Solis adjusting focus. Let me tell you what. Ain't nobody better in the DIY baseball broadcast business than Luis Solis. 2-0 now. Healthy 2-0 hack. If you come stumbling out of the box out of your 2-0 hack, you did it right. That's what I'm saying. You do not get cheated. Stockton and the shorter crew. Shout out to Gavin Milans. All those dudes. Shorter's got a great program. Drilled into the gap by Stockton. Absolutely barreled it. And he's going for 2. It's muffed by Gaspard. And Stockton doing the sprinkler system or something out there. Whatever his double celebration was golden. It looked like he was doing the sprinkler. It's a double. Love me some Logan Stockton. Tell my 3 boys, just grow up and be like Logan Stockton. Be ahead in life. So Stockton leadoff doubles with some London bubbly. And here is Damian Rodriguez, UTRGV. Got some absolute athletes down the Vaqueros. There's O'Connor. Squares. Nice bunt. Damian Rodriguez, who runs well, and that's safe. No! 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 He was safe by half a step. It was a close play. Get some help on it. Ask home plate. That was very clear. Very clearly beat that. All right. That was a heck of a bunt, but I don't think there's any question he was safe. You're not going to overrule your buddy? No! Filthy. Should be indicted. Indicted for something. That's a sack bunt in the books, but he is safe. He beat that. It was rally time. That was rally time, folks. It still is rally time. Sack 5-3, but he got out of the box like a bolt of lightning and just striding down to first. Huge gazelle strides from Damian Rodriguez. Great bunt, by the way, but I thought he had a chance to beat it. Nice hack on the breaker from Connor Kaiser, first pitch hunting. But yeah, he beat that. So as it is, still a great sack bunt. We're in third, one down. And Kaiser get in Mr. Stockton. O'Connor choosing to go with the breakers here. So 2 breaking balls. Worcester, Mass. And he ropes it, but Logan Stockton's off on the crack of the bat. Great base running all around from Logan Stockton. Makes that happen. Aggressive on the double, and then doesn't freeze on the ground ball to first. So RBI for Connor Kaiser on the 3 unassisted. 2 down. Stars go up 1-0. We're back to Mr. Nyan Hayes. Great piece of hitting Connor Kaiser down the count. Got another breaker. Kind of hung it a little bit, honestly, for 0-2. Got a pretty good piece of it for the ground ball to first. Could have been in the hole, you know. Didn't fool him that much. Mr. Hayes out of New Orleans. Some good food in that town. Trilled. It doesn't. Amity misplays it. It was like fading. Hayes wheeling. I'm not sure how to score that. I'm giving Hayes a single because I'm absolutely the most home team in his scorebook dude ever because it's a line drive, but then it was like just sinking on Amity, and he basically pinched it with his glove. I don't even think he caught it so much as like it met the tip of his glove in the ground. So tough play. I don't think he dropped it. I honestly don't think. I think it dove down and he like pinched it right there. So single, and Hayes a threat to run. Oh, fouled off. All right. Get like lost keys handed to me in the broadcast. I can't make an in-stadium announcement because I'm not on that mic. And Hayes goes and has that stolen. He had it stolen yesterday. That's how much that dude was saved by. So Hayes steals second yesterday on Thursday, and he's on second now. This is Garrett Felix, absolutely unconscious for about a 25-game period, batting .400 and barreling everything. To watch it was amazing. The breaking ball from O'Connor misses. I don't know what the pitch on the steal was, but I think it's 2-0. 2-1? All right. Counts 2-1. The box is vacated. We have no PA. We have no scoreboard guy. But that's how you do it. River Monsters. Ooh. Hayes causing problems. Drilled through the hole by Garrett Felix. You're going to wave him because Nyan flies. You're going to have to make a throw. There's a play at the plate and the big hop. He's safe. He's safe. He's safe. That's the makeup call. If he wasn't safe, he should have been safe because the ball kicked up so high. Great call, Coach Perez. You have no business sending anybody there but Nyan Hayes because he had a huge jump and his max speed coming around third was freight train. You weren't stopping him even if you put up your hands. So you just let him go. But the ball was fielded in shallow left, a big throw, but it took a big hop. So Turnage had to reach up for it and then bring the tag back down. So even if you did get the tag back down on him, you got a Pete Rose head first slide kicking up a cloud of dust. It looks like you get under the slide. I don't know if he was safe or if he was out because of the cloud of dust and the way the tag had to come so far from over Turnage's head. But, I mean, Hayes' wheels made that so much closer than it had any right to be. And we get the call. 2-zip Stirs, RBI single, Garrett Felix. And that was the vacated hole, by the way, because Jordan Thompson was crashing on a second because Hayes was, like, bouncing around and, like, flirting like I'm going to go over there. Oh, that was a thing of beauty. Love you some TCL baseball. In the hole, Thompson's going to have to backhand. It comes up, and he throws it in the dirt. Oh, my goodness, what a dig at first. Who is that? That's Shadow over there digging that out. So Felix, RBI single, goes to second on it. And then Alex Gonzalez ropes it on the 6-3. But Stirs get to that inning. Pretty exciting. Logan Stockton, leadoff double scores. Kaiser drives him in, then the 2 out. Hayes does it on a single, an interesting single, and then steals. Man, did he ever steal. Way safe, and then Felix drives him in. Thing of beauty. All right, let's go to third. Stirs cooking. Hunting down playoff spots. Hunting down playoff spots. All right, we're back at it. Let's get this down. What's that? That's that one. All right, here we go. Checking levels. Got very excitable. It's going to be Jordan Thompson. Shortstop. Nice backhand play. Good dig at first by Shaddle. And the Stirs get 2 in a very fun way. And first pitch jumping is Jordan Thompson, the leadoff single. The leadoff single.
No. That was a hit. First.
Shout out Dutch Chattahoochee for checking this out. It's very, very entwined in the film industry. One of the new endeavors in the Nakatomi Corporation. Funding every project. Run at first. And in on Amity. They don't call that a strike. Huh. Want to know. Just between you and me. Listeners at home, that was a strike. So 2-0, the breaking ball from Pilo. So Thompson, I always look at I swear base runners give it away with body language. And Thompson runs, and then Hayes making Smokey Joe Williams Field looks like it's AstroTurf. Another interesting hop, perhaps. Amity gets the 4-3, but he moves the runner on the steal. So hit and run. Kind of works out. 1 down. This is Luke Bumpus, not to be confused with the neighbors in A Christmas Story.
Common sense.
But I will forever associate that name. It's a great name. They had some great hound dogs. And out of respect for the Bumpus family, I won't roll that joke out again, but I love that name.
What?
Did I hit him? What? Hit by pitch? Okay. I probably cursed that one. No stupid jokes. So Bumpus, take your base on a hit by pitch. First and second. This is going to be the center fielder, Christian Garcia.
What?
Mr. Garcia out of Katy, Texas. Just on the west side of Houston. It's massive. And it's shot. Oh, it eats up Damian Rodriguez. They're going to send him. Play could be at the plate. Oh, and another big hop just hits that. It's like playing like a golf course where it just hits the rough and pops up. So different bounce there. Maybe Adrian Torres' throw gets him. As it is, Thompson scores. 2-1 ball game. And first pitch swinging again, so that's a single. And it's first and second. But yeah, that's playing like that rough. You're like the British Open or whatever, that kind of rough, like crazy rough. The ball's bouncing. You gotta have Bo Jackson's arm just air it out. This is Cade Turnage, the catcher. One down, first and second. Now a 2-run ball game in a filthy slide piece from Pilo for strike one. Checks it in the dirt. Anybody gonna ask? You're gonna say held it. 1-1. Oh, he did? I don't know. Luis Solis says he went. That means he went. Means he went. Nice breaking ball, but it's outside. 1-2. Kate Turnage. Nasty. So Pilo erases Turnage on just a diet of dirty sliders. You go back to the diet. You're like, come on, dude. You didn't give me anything I could hit. All right, 2 down. Jagger Shattle. Nice dig to end last inning. Batting from the left side. Mr. Shattle out of Richardson, Texas. Skied out to Adrian Torres, who settles under it and makes the catch. So Cane Cutters get one, but we stop the bleeding there. 2-1 ball game. Go to the bottom of third. And come back at you, folks. Look at Luis Solis on the replay. Unreal. Replay does show Mr. Torres safe. I'll fade out of that. I'll fade out and go with banter. Haven't been keeping up with the news, folks. Aliens are basically confirmed by our government. And Shohei Ohtani's doing insane things. I don't know if there's any correlation. But I will say Shohei Ohtani, for all these commentators' minds being blown, missed opportunity to talk about Martin Dihigo. We're talking about two-way greats. You might want to take a look at Martin Dihigo's Saber bio, and you also might want to look at his stats in the Mexican leagues, circa late 30s. It's like sub-1 ERAs, leading the league in offense, like in batting. Yeah. And MLB The Show is doing some really cool things, giving attention to players who did not get a fair shake due to segregation. But I think the Ohtani and the slider misses out to Torres. I think the Ohtani is a perfect opportunity to be talking about Martin Dihigo, and not enough people are doing it. 1-1. That's also me humble bragging because I'm talking about it. I'm shallow. I'm shallow like that. Torres checks his swing on O'Connor's offering in on him, just like defending his body. 1-2 now. But yeah, Ohtani's on another level this year. Trade deadline shaping up. People looking at the Juan Soto's, Ohtani's of the world. Good take by Adrian Torres. 2-2 now. 1-run ball game, still early, but these last three games mean everything for the Stirs. Honestly, for everything. 4 teams are in the playoffs out of the 5 in the TCL. Implications for the King Cutters as well. So, and that's drilled at Jordan Thompson, who takes on a backhand and fires a strike over to Shaddle. So 6-3. Now bring up Preston Freeman. Freeman walked his last time. Freeman, 20-plus bibbies. I'll be very happy to be attending UTSA Roadrunner games in which Mr. Freeman is playing. Keep up with his career. A lot of TCL guys. The 6-year-old here stomping in the press box. Not sure what's going on. 1-0. Full extension from Freeman. That's how he ended up going salam. Assalamualaikum salam. Salami time for Freeman with the Rougarous. Also, Liam's favorite player. He's so cool. He's my 6-year-old after the game. Class act. Takes 2-1. Hitters count. Swings through. Outside corner, O'Connor's working. Kind of the pitch I think Freeman was looking for. He might have taken something off that one. I'm not sure. 2-2 now. There's the breaking ball. He freezes Freeman on that one. Not a bad pitch. Might have been low. So 2 down. This is Xavier Arias. Just let you know, you could go to the weight room today and not stop lifting weights and eating steak. It's drilled. And Amity plays it and on to first and eat steak every day, and you still wouldn't be as huge as Xavier Arias. I think he capped that more than he barreled it. So 4-3, 1-2-3. O'Connor works out of it. Stir's still up 2-1. And that's through 3. Everything in threes in baseball, folks. The magic number. 1/3 of the way through the game. Take a break. All right. Coming back. Coming back. Work top of 4. Braylon Pilo. It'll be Emil Estrella. Lead off double. Right over Garrett Felix's head in center in the second inning. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast, folks. I have many tangential thoughts I share at any time. That's the beauty of DIY broadcast, is the breaking ball misses up high to Estrella. 1-0. Outside 2-0. What happened? We're switching bats. Interesting time for a bat change. This is the 2-0 bat. Wouldn't it be nice if you just have like a bag of bats right up at the plate, like your golf clubs? Like, this is my 1-0 bat. This is my 1-1 bat. This is my I got to protect 1 and 2 bat. Just switch them out. Probably some rule against that. And full hacking with a 2-0 bat. 2-1. Estrella played some pretty good outfield for the King Cutters. Made some good plays out and right. Center is the way I remember him. He's playing third tonight. I saw him during BP taking some ground balls at third. He checked it. I think you call that a strike anyway. Oh, my goodness. If he'd have hit it, it'd have been a double. That's how much he offered at that. That's how full that swing was. 3-1. And chopped foul. Count goes full. Mr. Estrella. GVEC pack in the house tonight. I think the positive vibes, the energy you get off that home crowd helped the Stirs tonight. Thank you, GVEC. Nice breaking ball. Punch him out. No argument from Estrella. And Logan Stockton with the fashionable throwdown goes down to first with it. Instead of chucking the throw around third, he goes to first with it. I like it. But again, it's Logan Stockton. I like everything he does. That dude can go shopping, pick out some cereal. I mean, that's the best cereal. You picked it, Logan. The man. Fastball elevated, gets by Logan Ham for an 0-1 count. The hammer going to Lamar. Pass left, throws right out of Bridge City, Texas. Oh, I forgot. Door breaker. We do not get the call. Skied by Ham, but that's going to be playable. And Xavier Arias is tracking it, and he makes the catch. 2 down. F9. This is going to be Noah Gaspard. So you want Forked Island. There it is. The Intercoastal Waterway Bridge. That is a small hub. Let me tell you, folks. That is a small hub, Forked Island. That's pretty cool. Mr. Gaspard. That's Louisiana. That could be French, Gaspard. I don't know. Look at that. The Stelly Grocery and the Cajun Diner. Forked Island, Louisiana. It doesn't look like an island to me. It's kind of out there. It's down to Gaspard. 3-0. Forked. Pronounced Forked. Let me get that right. Pronounced Forked by the locals. How about that? Get that right. As we lose the man from Forked Island, Noah Gaspard works a 2-out walk. Do your research, folks, in game. Could do it before the game, but you got 3 kids. That's not happening. I have negative time. Bait and tackle, the Cajun Diner. Forked Island sounds like a great place to go. And got themselves a good ball player in Noah Gaspard. So there you go. This is going to be Jordan Thompson, the shortstop. He's a Nichols State Colonel. If you're interested in baseball history of international flavor, Nichols State is the Colonels. Check out the Curse of the Colonel. And that is Colonel Sanders in the Japanese leagues in the Hanshin Tigers. That's a fun read. Grounds out to Hayes, and that'll do it. Gaspard works the walk, but nothing doing. And we're going to the bottom of 4. Let's go Stirs. Get some more.
Gotta fly. Get me to get. I wanna feel the heat. Fly over the ocean. I take you along. Like a rocket man. I live in motion. We land in New York City. 'Cause I love the way she moves. Gotta hold on tight all through the night. Get on to the aeroplane. That's right. I try to lie, and I don't bite. Fly over there, Danny. Take off for a new city.
There's the man. Your man in Amsterdam, Logan the Wolverine Stockton, out of Athens, Georgia, college town. Logan Stockton, widely considered the king of Athens. Now a local hero in Seguin. And he will face Mr. Tim O'Connor. First pitch, hacking a Stockton. Doubled his last time. Absolutely barreled it. Shot it perfectly in the right center gap. Hustling out. And Gaspard kind of like had to backhand it because it was hit pretty sharp. He's trying to cut it off before it went to the fence, and it went off his glove. Stockton already motoring into second. That was the first run of the ballgame. In the second, as it was. 1-1 now. Breaking ball. Mr. O'Connor, find your pitching coach. Just say, give me my windup back. Give it back. And make it crazy. Like Luis Tion. 2-1. Sky, kind of the same spot. It's pretty deep. Oh, my goodness. He crushed that ball. That jumped off his bat straight out of my field of vision above the grandstand. I thought it was going to be more of a total running catch in the gap by Gasp. Forked Island runs down, sure to be another double. Logan Stockton working oppo gaps, but one down. Gaspar. This is Mr. Rodriguez, and thanks to Luis Solis's immaculate replay, which he figured out in OBS, you can go back and look at the bunt. He was safe. 0-1. Checked it. 1-1. Pipes it down Broadway, as I say. 1-2. Probably other people say that. As the sun goes down, tell you about our DIY setups and cameras as far as getting exposure right. When you have a 7 o'clock game and the sun sets every time in the middle of your game. Some of the cameras get dark. Some get blazed out by the lights. And that's chopped over to Amity. Do we get this? Oh, he's going to punch him out again. I think he was out that time on the 4-3, but Rodriguez runs so good, everything's close. It's going to be Connor Kaiser, RBI, drove in Stockton, and he did it with 2 strikes to on O'Connor breaking ball. O'Connor was breaking him off. Breaker. And he's 0-2. You couldn't strike out. It was 1 out runner on third. So you strike out there, maybe we don't get the run. And so he does his job and drills a hard ground ball over to Shaddle and scored Stockton. So a good piece of batting last time. And takes that one. 0-1. Kaiser to me is built like an outfielder. Man, he's been playing awesome first base for us. I think Tony Perez is just like, I can't move you, dude. And Milan's was a great defensive first baseman. I'll be honest. That dude made one of the most amazing plays I've seen. It was Keith Hernandez level. Keith Hernandez level crashing on a bunt and getting the runner at third was Milan's. But as the guys got to go back for different reasons and stuff like that. So Kaiser took over first, and he is phenomenal. at the digs too. So we've been blessed with some very good first basemen this summer. 1-2 still. That's a pretty good piece of battling right there. A pretty good O'Connor breaking ball. Shoots it out in the parking lot near the Kia Sedona. I love my Kia Sedona. Everything's breaking on it, but it still runs. Ooh, Connor Kaiser fouling off. Fouls a fastball straight back, but it was a good located fast. It was a fastball running outside corner. So Kaiser staying alive. I'm sure I've got this wrong. I like to just repeat sabermetric articles I've only skimmed. They say once you see a pitcher's arm slot 4 times, at least 4 times on the same pitch, your stats start creeping up. The other thing about sabermetrics is the total true third time through the lineups when they get to you. And stats are overwhelming on that. But that's one of those ones where I was like, stats are overwhelming on that. But you guys, as a manager, dude, you got to do a few gut calls, I think. You just do. You got to know when that third time through the lineup still isn't going to touch your guy because he's dealing that hard. It's a tough one for the managers if you're doing everything by the numbers. The most recent recollection was the Blake Schnell playoff game last year. I think there's another one with what was it? Rich Hill, aka Dick Mountain, for the Dodgers got pulled. It was like a pitch count, third thing through the lineup. Breaking ball misses, and Kaiser's worked it full. This is a great at bat going by Connor Kaiser. So he's starting to maybe see O'Connor in his arm slot and identify pitches a little bit sooner. Kaiser can win this battle here. Gets a 2-out runner. Kaiser will steal if he can get on. And that's in. So Connor Kaiser, a couple great ABs from you, sir. The Walk It Like I Talk It song, I think somebody came up to the press box and said, hey, you can't play that song. You can't play that song. There's kids in the crowd. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Dude, I'm in the middle of broadcast, my boy. Love you, bud, but I think he said, the Walk It Like I Talk It song we play on Base on Balls. He thought it was foul language. So back to the top, Mr. Hayes. Hayes had the safest by stolen base I've ever seen in this league in the second inning. 1-0. Going to Arkansas State. Got yourselves a burner. There's the move. Checks Kaiser. Got to do it. Give Turnage a chance because Connor Kaiser runs very well. Connor Kaiser's not your typical 9-hole guy. He's an elite 9-hole. That's fouled off by Hayes. 1-1. So Hayes lined it, and it was kind of like a lot of spinning. It dove down on Amity, and he like sandwiched it between his glove and the ground. Another move from O'Connor. There goes Kaiser. Pretty good jump on the lefty. They gunned him. So Turnage guns down Kaiser. No qualms with sending Kaiser there. I think you got to do that with 2 out and get him in scoring position. But Turnage with the throw, with the pop time and the gun, gets him for the 3rd out. And Hayes will lead off going to the 5th. But take a break, folks. Dizzy Bat Race. I don't know. It happens at every ballpark. I got some thoughts on it, Lewis. So this happened at Dutch Chattahoochee at the Missions game. There's like a tea drinking competition. Bill Miller's tea drinking. And dude just poured it all over his shirt. He didn't even chug it. Dutch is trying to chug. This dude just like slams it, but like 80% of the drink he just wears on his thing. And he gets the win. I was like, what's up with that? And then we got the Dizzy Bat Race. I watch it every time. And they like the kid who doesn't put the bat into the grass and is just walking around spinning with it. I mean, it's lawless. He won, but he didn't spin. We got to enforce it. Do it right. Anyway, share my thoughts on that. Pilo against Amity, the second baseman, leading off. Amity 0 for 2 tonight against Pilo. That's when leadoff guys start thinking they might drag bunt. I'm just saying. Top 5. 1-0. Outside corner 2-0. Full house tonight, which means a lot of people pulling a lot of extra duty. Mike G in the house. Scotty B. Outstanding job they've done. Oh, Amity on it, but pulls it way foul into the City of Seguin parking lot. If you're investing in Texas real estate, I can't recommend a better town than Seguin. I flipping love this town. Everything's getting blown out between San Antonio and Austin, but you still get in on Seguin. It's amazing. Nice breaking ball from Pilo. Drops it right in there. 2-2. Ooh, comebacker. You just reached out. He just reached out one-handed, but he got the barrel on it and bounced it off of Pilo's hip, really. He got the glove on it. I think he got the glove between the ball and the hip, but it was such a weird, awkward, like inside backhanded scoop. He couldn't clench the glove on it. Slapped off the thigh. So that's a single for Amity. And this is going to be Luke Bumpus. Bumpus has been on base tonight. He walked and was hit by pitch last time, but I didn't even see the hit by pitch. Healthy swing from Bumpus. 0-1. Mr. Bumpus. Hits it. Right at Mr. Gonzalez, the feed to Hayes. Quick turn, he gets him. Thing of beauty. Oh, write me a poem. Write me a sonnet. Shakespeare, write me a play. That is a work of art. I love a dinger as much as the next guy. Don't get me wrong. The things of baseball, not much better than a beautifully turned 6-4-3. Oh, my goodness. Gotta love it. Six, 4, 3. Alex Gonzalez, Nyan Hayes on a Connor Kaiser. Good night, sweet prince. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. This is Christian Garcia. 1-0. Pilo paints corner. Was down 2-0. Mr. Garcia tonight singled. Flew out to the shortstop. 1 for 2. Break a ball, but it's up. (3-0) count now to Garcia. Pilo, 3-0 fastball right over the heart of the plate. 3-1 now. And shot out. Adrian Torres going back on it, and he makes the catch. Adrian Torres. Not an easy play. You know, that slice left or right makes the play on the warning track. Given a ride by Garcia, but F7, 1-2-3 inning. Pilo, 5 innings of shutout ball. Oh, love to see it, folks. All right, Sturs, let's get some more runs for him. So Braylon Pilo's still going strong. And O'Connor's still out there. Oh, yeah. I said 5 innings shutout. He's giving up 1 run. What are we talking about? Still, 5 innings, one run ball. I got to correct myself. You can't listen to me, folks. I mean, you can, but I don't always know what I'm talking about. So through 5, only 1 given up by Pilo. Feels like a shutout the way he's going. But they got 1. So 2-1 ball game. And I'll digress for a moment on one thing. They're coming out saying there's aliens and all that, UFOs, biologics. I can tell you that's 100% true. I was a consultant, worked for JPL, Area 51. And if you Google Maps and satellite in, zoom in on Area 51, the only green thing there, is baseball field. And I'll tell you about how we worked on small ball and bunting with the surviving aliens from the craft when I was there. Anyway, back to baseball. Nyan Hayes, I really hope he gets on so I can watch him steal again because he's gonna. Big breaking ball from O'Connor. So it's a 1-1 count to Hayes when Kaiser got thrown out by Turnage. So new count. It's 0-1, and he flares that. Might drop, but the Garcia was really shaded that way. So F8. The wind kicking up a little bit, blowing from left to right. 1 down. This is Garrett Felix. RBI single in the second. Inside. Almost gets Felix. He was hit by pitches similarly in the first. 2-0. Hitter's count for Garrett Felix. And it's in again, 3-0. Felix certainly should have the green light. But he himself imposes so much discipline on his at-bats that he works a great at-bat. So maybe try to break him ball 3-1, but he lost him, walked him on 4 pitches. So Felix on base all 3 times tonight, and that brings up Alex Gonzalez, who started off the absolutely splendid double play last inning. Absolute treat when you get one that beautiful. Gonzalez singled up the middle. Would have been an RBI, frankly, but he hit it so hard, and Amity was cheating, checking on Felix at second, that Felix could not score. He had to jab step back towards second, but absolutely drilled. So 1 for 2 tonight. Alex Gonzalez. Call that a strike outside corner. So checking on Garrett Felix. He did steal in the first, but it went off Turnage's glove, so there was no throw. 0-1. Outside misses. 1-1. Get something going with 1 out here. Tight ball games, moving right along. Don't have to belabor the point, but Stirs trying to get into the postseason. And there goes Felix, and he's caught off the bag. Calls him safe. He just got back in. I'm not sure if that was a hit and run. He's like, I'm not going to go, or he didn't like his jump. But Turnage back picks, and Garrett Felix back by the hair on his chinny chin chin, to be certain. If you'd have punched him out there, I wouldn't have been surprised. That's how close that play was. Take it. Clouds of dust. Bounced, but foul. Clouds of dust create doubt. Plausible deniability is what it is. 1-2 to Alex Gonzalez. Battle mode against O'Connor. Connor's pitched well. This game's not getting away from anybody right now. And there's probably his quote-unquote good move. It's not Andy Pettit level, but it could get you if you're leaning. The lefty move to first, very dependent. If you don't have a quote-unquote good move to first, some lefties are taught the read move. Ooh, fisted over to Amity. His only play is to first. So Gonzalez on the 4-3, 2 down, but it was hit so softly that Felix moves up. So in scoring position for Adrian Torres. But the read move is essentially lift your leg if he goes. You kind of have to change your wind. It's not you're not in rhythm, but you lift your leg. If he goes, you just step to first and throw. If he goes first move, you step to first. If not, so it's just straight up. You have no move. You never pick the first unless they go. Other guys, if you have the deception of an Andy Pettit, then you try to pick dudes. But the read move is still alive and well. And there goes, and off to the races with 2 outs. Normally I'd curse that, but we just did it. They say never make the third out at third, but I don't think O'Connor was checking him. No throw. Felix steals it with no throw. It was so stolen. Good base running. So Torres, 2 on RBI opportunity. Oh, 2. What do they call a strike? Wind is whipping. Starting to whip. Torres, good bat. I also think both the positional dudes we got from Rio Grande Valley are stud athletes. Fouls it off. Torres battles. Torres walk-off grand slam came against Victoria Generals, and it was just a steady diet of sliders. If I'm not mistaken, they were lefty sliders. Oh, and there was one there, and he rips it foul. Still 0-2. Reaches out. The wind's going to play havoc with that. Oh, my gosh. Turnage almost got it on the slide, but it drops foul. A-plus effort by Turnage. And Torres has new life. That was a tough play anyway, but the wind is kind of blowing. Turnage, full sprint work with the slide, goes off the tip of the glove. What's the bust up the rule book? I got one here. What's the max limits on a catcher's glove? 15 inches or something? I don't know. If you had one of those knuckleballer catcher's gloves that are super huge, he would have had the extra inch needed. But alas, Torres back in it to get us our 2-out RBI. Ooh, dirt ball, go run. Nope. So tag play on the K. So after 5 full, no pitching changes. Braylon Pilo dueling Tim O'Connor. 2-1 ballgame. All right. Back at it. A little bit more about consulting with the JPL lab out Area 51. The reverse engineering program going on for many years. Amongst the other things I was doing, I was teaching the 2 surviving alien beings to bunt. They could not hit. Terrible. But small ball was a legitimate reality for both of them. So Pilo still on. He's going to face Mr. Turnage, the catcher. If you don't believe me, satellite image. See the only green thing. It's not an Area 51. I'm not saying it's all the stuff hasn't been moved to Ohio, but or near Ohio. 3-0. And this is early 90s when I was doing that. 2-0. Drilled up the middle. Coming on is Garrett Felix, and it drops. I always say drilled. I go with the first word that pops in my head, but I think he got that off the end of the bat. And it died right in front of Garrett Felix oncoming. So lead off single for Turnage, and this is going to be Jagger Shattle. Shout. Going to Hill College out of Richardson, Texas. Fine town. And there goes the runner. Pretty good pitch to throw on. Oh, my gosh. Logan Stockton. Laser beam. Oh, my goodness gracious. I think it was a pitch out. That was so perfect. So he guns Turnage. One catcher taking down the other for the first out, but Pilo on the pitch out, and Stockton comes up and does not miss his opportunity. You don't get him every time on a pitch out, but let me tell you, if that wasn't, it was about perfect. Stockton was out there and absolutely fire hosed. 0 vertical break. And guns down Turnage. That was nice. Very nice. 2-1 to Shattle. And it's hit pretty hard out to center, but the wind is going to keep that right there. And Felix hauls it in F8. 2 down. Emil Estrella. 1 for 2 tonight. Leadoff double in the second. Cade is last time. Pilo got him with a breaking ball last time. In the fourth. 2 down. Big breaking ball. I think he called that a strike. I'm not sure. I'm putting a strike in the book. My book. Shout out to Suze. Taking. Keeping book. Okay. He's got a wet $20 bill back from the 6-year-old. I guess he's not getting ice cream. All right. 1-1 to Estrella. I was trying to roll my L's on Estrella at the beginning of the season. Swings through the breaker. 1-2. Nasty stuff. Pilo pulling strings out there like he's making a marionette dance. The puppet master goes there again with a hard breaker. Misses out. That's a dirty pitch, though. Dirty. 2-2. Oh, off his back. I think it was a breaking ball, so he wasn't trying to hit him. So, and that doesn't look at. It's like you bend down to try to get. Oh, it's off the bat? No, it's foul ball. He's back in there. I thought I hit him on the top of the back. Oh, it hit. No. I guess it's off the bat. All right. Because Australia didn't make any. It bounced pretty hard, but it didn't sound like a bat. It sounded like a. Oh, and he gets him. Pilo, you're nasty. 1, 2, 3 for Pilo. We're going to go to the bottom of the 6th. Straight up. Only reason they took. Pilo works at cleaning. Only reason on the reverse engineering they took all the stuff out to Nevada when it crashed in the 30s was because they didn't have any other facilities. This is my understanding. They didn't have facilities that could house it. They thought other hangars or places they could put it would have too many people crawling with it, but there's so much test sites and kind of off-site stuff out by like Edwards and all the rest of that. They're like, well, China Lake, there's some options. I think we can house it out here without too many people in the service or on these bases really being aware. So it was really just a logistical housing thing. Oh, this is the throwdown. Luis Solis has got the gun down. Look at this. This is got to be a pitch out. He does. Well, it's just a high fastball, and he guns it. I don't know if that's a pitch out. That's a great throwdown by Stockton. We got a new pitcher. Well, I'm waxing philosophical. Let's see if we can go center field cam and see what we got here with the cane cutters. Righty coming on. A slangy righty. What number? 20. Jackson Sison. Jackson Sison. Let's put that in the book. And then once they had it in Nevada, the only reason they moved it is because at the time they realized they had to specifically engineer facilities to house the stuff, which they did back. I'm not saying it's not in Ohio, but back in Ohio. But then they still had some gear, like bits that you could work on the materials. And some of the reverse engineering would just take like a panel and try to work on that material. But the little alien dudes, they like Nevada. So they're out there. And my free time with them, trying to teach them baseball. That's why you see that baseball field out there. And not half bad. They understood the concepts, of course. Tried to tell them not to swing for the fences. And really worked on the drag bunt a lot. They eventually, this is Mr. Freeman, recovered by their countrymen, late 90s, went back to their home galaxies, so to speak. Sison slanging from the side. Freeman, the DH, walked, got reverse K'd in the third. Kind of an inside, maybe low breaker. I always give Preston the benefit of the doubt, man. He's got me like ropes the fastball right at Amity, but he gets a clean Smokey Joe hop and makes the play to first. 1 down. But if you're a UFOologist, you wonder how I know all this, just know that I do. And then we have no threat in regards to baseball. Fouled off by Arias 1. But technology, we have massive. Ridiculous. We can't really even reverse engineer most of that stuff. Don't have the materials. Oh, 2 to Arias. Arias 0 for 2 tonight. So you can get us started here. Bounced up the middle. Amity gets another clean hop. Makes the throw to Shadow. 4-3, 4-3 are your first 2 outs in the 6th. This will be Logan Stockton. Just absolutely hosed Turnage last inning. Hayes was, I think it was Hayes putting on the tag. He just like froze there with his arm hanging out. Ball pops right in his glove. Turnage goes like right into it. That was that. Easiest call that umpire ever had. That's a dirty breaking ball from Sison, though. Coming from that angle. Misses with it. But off your hip or going away. If you can match up a fastball from that slot that looks the same. And he bounces it right back to him to Stockton. Sison closes distance and underhands it. 1-3. So Sison, quick work in the 6th. And we're going to top of 7. I don't know what else to say about the reverse engineering program. I only did that for like 2 years. Like, what do you do here? Just play baseball with these guys? I was like, yep, pretty much. I can't figure out these little panels you're giving us. I can't figure it out. Racking my brain. Like, I'd rather teach these guys a drag bunt. It's crazy. Crazy times we live in, folks. I digress. I got King addicted. We'll continue the UFO talk in the press box. It's all fun. Logan Ham. Pilo back out. No reason why not. That's grounded but foul. 0-1. At this point in the summer, dudes can have longer outings. There's pitch count and considerations for all these dudes, but playoff push here. Wind is starting to blow in, essentially. I guess in from left center towards us. I'm looking at the angle of the flag. Kind of from the flag just pointing towards the first base dugout. 1-1. And the other homework, speaking of trying to value Juan Soto, which is always a fun exercise, I don't know how. I mean, I know how you value Shohei Ohtani, but the way MLB is trying to structure contracts is based on wins above replacement, worth about $8 million. The going rate, 8 to 8.5. Otani's on both sides of the plate, so his WAR is massive. Offensive WAR and pitching WAR. What do you give that dude? 60, 70 million a year or something? Like what? I don't know. Be interesting. I don't think he's going to get actually paid what he's worth. I think he's going to have the highest contract ever. Full count to Logan Ham. See, I went from... That's fouled off. I can sprinkle in my seasoning when I'm talking randomness in the middle of the game, which I like to do. Keep people intrigued. But I can switch between UFO reverse engineering and free agency. Fouled again by Ham, battling. But yeah, Soto and Otani are the two most interesting ones to me. Because Soto, I don't know. I got to look at Otani, what like ARB eligible. It's like technically rings Ham. Nasty Pilo. Pilo struck out the last two. Comes with a nastiness and gets him. But Soto isn't out of his service time. He'd still be like going to arbitration, trying to contract him. I mean, obviously it's getting inflated. It's in arbitration. Dude's making like 20, 30 million a year. But still, Otani can't be treating the Japanese dudes like rookies doesn't seem fair either because they had to suffer for 9 years. I think Otani posted early, but you got to do 9 years of service time in Japan before you can come to the States. They own you. And you ain't making peanuts compared to MLB contracts. So Gaspar down 0-2 quickly from Pilo. So you got to do 9 years, Japanese league, and then 6 years. 6 years or whatever of service time before you're a free agent in MLB? What? Is that how that really works? I think that's how that really works. You can sign, like if you want a long-term guy before Cronenworth with the Padres or whatever, before they're like out of the service time, you can give them a long-term, like in their fourth year when they're just to keep them, but you don't have to. Shot, but skied out, and Garrett Felix makes the call. And 2 down, Gaspar flies out to center. Yeah. You can get super nerdy with it, but and MLB teams always manipulate service time. You're crazy if you don't from the financial standpoint. I'm sure the players don't like it. But they've started penalizing and or if you really look at the new CBA, I think there is huge like draft pick incentives. They're trying to stop the manipulation of service time. If you let the guy play the full year, like as a rookie, and don't mess with his service time, you'll get draft picks if he's like really good. Way I remember that. So they're trying to get away from that, but it still happens. This is Jordan Thompson. He is 1 for 2 tonight. Scored a run in the third. That's the lone run for the Cane Cutters. 1-0. So Pilo, 1, 2, 3. It's been working nicely to Stirac. 1-1 to Thompson. Since the 5th inning, worked a clean 1, 2, 3 in the 5th. That was the beautiful 6-4-3 double play. In the 6th, 1, 2, 3. The K. Finished out with the K. He's working on Thompson here. The 1-1 count. And he's just pumping it in there. Late on the fastball is Thompson, and he shoots a foul 1 and 2. Pilo feeling it. You get past the 6th in a TCL start, that ain't that common. Pilo is doing it. Bounced over to Mr. Hayes, who comes up and gets the big hop. 1, 2, 3 again for Braylon Pilo. You are the man. Oh, my goodness. Seventh inning stretch. We'll keep the mics open. Holy Braylon Pilo. Through 7. Gert Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back. Root for the River Monsters. Yeah, part of the pitching gems that have happened from the Stirs, absolutely unreal. You had Riley Kettner, Quevedo, got some dudes going deep and nasty. Just absolute gems being thrown. Greenlee, we just got some dudes. Quevedo on the road, Jackson Monkerud. Pitching big part of our success. And honestly, the games we lost on the road recently were really close and in extras. It's that doggone Ghost Runners. Pardon my French. Ghost Runners aren't real. Should never be real. Should play 27 innings. And organizations should be allowed to sell beer. That should be like a loophole in the law. To help the teams break even, they should be allowed to sell beer as long as there's a game on the field. So you can just keep getting people hammered until 5 in the morning, and then the city is required to buy everybody Ubers home. It's probably a horrible idea. Don't do that. Drive safely, folks. But anti-Ghost Runners and pro 27-inning games, because I've been a part of them, and they are ridiculous. But you have to experience that. Damian Rodriguez. Thanks to Luis Elise's replay, we could see that he was clearly safe. Squares to bunt on that one. Why not? Third baseman back. Australia, a long way to run before you pick up that to throw him. 1-0. I'd drop it down again. Creeps in. Shadow comes in, and he tries to drop it to third. That's exactly what he's trying to do. 1-1. Shadow, I wouldn't crash if I was Shadow. He's not even trying to drag it to first. That's a totally different play for what he's trying to do. He's trying to foot race Estrella, who is now in on the cut. So he's swinging. And he does, fouls it off. But yeah, Shadow doesn't have, he can still play his regular first base. That was just Rodriguez eyeing up the positioning of Estrella and saying, dude, you're giving me that. Way outside from Sison. 2-2. We have confirmed it's number 25. Just want to make sure we're getting it right. Jackson Sison, Georgetown, Texas goes to Southeast Oklahoma. Be up near Georgetown a couple weeks. Family vacation at this place called Kalahari Resort. It's got an indoor water park, that's why. It's 100 degrees every day. Driven the other way. And he is off to the races. Rodriguez is going to get 2 easily. Does he stop there? There's a trailer. Get back. So Lace is a double to lead us off. Loving that. And now you got Connor Kaiser. And, right? These are the money innings. This has been a one-run ball game from the get. All right. From the second and third innings, this has been a one-run ball game. So you got to imagine Kaiser's probably looking to move him with a bunt. So lead off double. Squares, pulls it back, and he calls it a strike, though. Kaiser, RBI tonight, hugely clutch with Logan on third. And he squares again, shoots it foul. Now it's 0-2. But Kaiser clutched up his RBI with 2 strikes in the second. Same situation, lefty batter. You can roll over a ground ball to the right side. Same effect. Theoretically easier to be intentionally pulling, you would think, as a hitter. Easier said than done. But if he can get something to the right side, he move Rodriguez up. That's up. 1-0. I'm sorry, 1-2. What am I talking about? 1-2. And when you say anything to the right side, honestly, anything to the right side, he fouls that. Anything to the right side, you use the runner. If it bounces over the pitcher, you're going. Or if it's at the shortstop and it's not where he's breaking towards third in the hole, you can probably still make it. So 1-2. To Connor Kaiser. Damian Rodriguez on second with a leadoff double. And Kaiser battling. And so Kaiser's last AB, he worked it back to full count and worked a walk, but not after just 5 pitches or 6 pitches. He fouled off a bunch in that at-bat. So he really battled his last at-bat, putting together another battle here. Oh, he drills it to center, but too hard, honestly. Lined it right to Garcia. Rodriguez, I don't know if you can tag on that or go. It's not super deep. Garcia's kind of coming in on it, but Kaiser hit it right on the button, F8. So good AB, nothing to show for it. 1 down. This is going to be Nyan Hayes, our second baseman. Hayes 1 for 3 tonight with a stolen base and a run. Playing excellent second base defensively. And there's a big hole in the right side. Oh, and I don't know how good of a bunter Nyan Hayes is, but I know how good of a runner is because I watched it with my own eyes. In Australia, bag. Remotely, even if he pounds a bunt down the third baseline, if he just crushes a bunt, he still might be safe while he runs. If I was Estrella, I'd be a little bit closer than that on this dude's wheels. 0-1. They try the pick move, and Rodriguez gets back, sniffs it out. One. Pitch missed. So Jackson Sison. Amity bluffing like he's going to crash, but not. Ooh. Good breaking ball from Sison, but the body rhythm of Hayes almost looked like he saw it. But he was out in front, I guess. Looked like he saw that well. I was like, I was on it more. 1-2. There was a break piece. The fastball goes up and in. Chin music. 2-2. Only one out. Rodriguez at second. 2-2 count to Hayes, and he fouls the 2-2 offering, and it's going to get out of play. Still 2-2. Hayes flew out, fouled out, and then flew out to center. Huge hole, right side. Could land a 747 in that hole. Amity basically right by second base. And Shadow really more on the line. Fisted towards Thompson at short. And he comes up to make the running play, and they get the speedy Hayes. But Rodriguez, first move, goes to third. So 2 outs, runner on third. Rodriguez. Now you've got Garrett Felix. And that's who you want to 1-run ball game, runner on third, 2 out hitting is this man right here. Felix tonight's been on base all 3 times. He's singled and been hit by pitch and walked. There's Sison's breaking ball, but it dives too far in on the back foot for ball 1. 1-0. Anything past the catcher, Rodriguez can score the insurance run. And misses badly with a fastball. 2-0 now to Mr. Felix. Outfield straight away. Center field, Garcia seems pretty shallow. But this ain't a league where dudes are hitting like 25 homers. But, I mean, it is Garrett Felix, so I don't know. Could burn him. Fists it kind of over in the whole shadow, smothers it on to Sison, who's covering, and they get out of it. So, end of the 7th, we go to top of 8th on the 3-1, the third out. And we'll take a break, folks. Still a tight one. Shout out to Isaac. I think he's liking my diatribe on alien life forms, the reverse engineering program from JPO. It's all true, folks. nevertheless, it always comes back to baseball. Stir's hanging out. Dalton Buckingham on. Buckingham has been a revelation. Coming on. It's always nice because you got these awesome studs. We lose guys like Hector, and we got these arms, and you can only get so many innings out of guys like Ruger Riojas. So when you lose them, you're like, who's coming in to fill the shoes? And you get this complete shot in the arm from these total studs. And, man, Dalton Buckingham came in his first appearance, huge save, and he's been great for us. So Buckingham takes over for Pilo, who was absolutely brilliant through 7 innings of one-run ball. And Buckingham is going to take over in the top of the 8th and face make sure I got this right here. I guess we're back at the top of the order with Amity. Pilo perfect through his last 3 innings from the 5th, 6th, and 7th. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And the first pitch to Amity's ball 1. He fouls that off. I love Buckingham. Buckingham is just hard. He's like hard, harder, and hardest. Like, you can be late on the slide. He's done it. Going to Texas State is Buckingham. He's also 23. It's pretty funny. He's like, yep, eligibility's coming up, but he's doing the college thing for a while. And you know what? Why not? That's what I'm saying. 1-1 to Amity. Buckingham out of the stretch. Amity tonight, 1 for 3 with a single. Got wiped out by the absolutely gorgeous 6-4-3 double play in the 5th. Now it's 2-1. And as Buckingham will do, saws him off. Nice play, Hayes. I think no. So that, oh my gosh, heck of a play by Nyan Hayes. And Kaiser has to full stretch, kind of do a Spider-Man, and it pulls him off the bag. But that was a good job by Nyan just to get to the ball. You got to rule it a single, frankly. I don't think that's an error. This is going to be a close play. You had to rush to get him. So, single for Amity. This is going to be Luke Bumpus. Bumpus, the left fielder. And he squares. So, small ball, full in effect. Fouls it off 0-1. Small, short, compact, just kind of a stride go from Buckingham. And he did. He got in on Amity's hands. So ahead 0-2 to Bumpus. Oh, and that gets in on him. It gets away from Stockton. Buckingham even hard to catch. So Amity goes down a second on the pass ball. It's 1-2. That was like the fastball running in. So you just gotta really have to deal with 2 hard breaking pitches from Buckingham and then a fastball running in on your hands. It's like and he saws him off again right at Nyan Hayes, and he makes the play to first. So 4-3. Hayes got tons of work tonight. Let me look at the 4-3s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a 6th play. He's almost got to play every inning. Hayes. I don't know how uncommon or common that is. Middle infielder. So 1 down, but it does advance Amity. So Amity's hanging out at third with 1 out. This is going to be Christian Garcia. paints the corner like Monet on 1. Strike 2. Garcia doesn't like that call. Now you're down to Buckingham. And I don't really like the saying like a poor man's Mariano Rivera. Mariano Rivera. But that's Buckingham is working on your hands, dude. The dude dominates inside halves of plates as he goes with a Ched piece up and away. But he's in and he's out, and he's reaching back and getting high octane. 1-2 to Garcia. Misses again in generally the same spot. Garcia from Katy. Good ball players in Katy. The only thing I got about Katy is your Waffle House off 10 isn't possibly the worst location of any Waffle House on the entire planet. It's impossible to get to. 2-2. Oh, and he gets him. You're nasty, Dalton Buckingham. 2 down. That's such a huge K. Oh, my goodness. You got Amity hanging on third in a 1-run ball game. Oh, you're dirty. You're dirty, Dalton Buckingham. Amity hanging on third, 1-run ball game, 1 out. You got to have, like, infield pop-up or a K, essentially, to keep him there. And he does it. This is Cade Turnage. Turnage singled his last time and then got gunned down viciously. Extreme prejudice by Logan Stockton. 1-0. What's that they say? Like dispatch? Isn't it like a Rocky thing? Dispatch with extreme prejudice? I don't really know what I'm talking about. I know what those words mean, but he was gunned. Oh, he's coming in on it. They're going to get him. They got him. They got him. Oh, Logan Stockton. I can't believe I can't describe that to you. So the ball pops out of Stockton's glove. He runs back to get it because it only goes to the cut of the home plate dirt and then runs back to get Amity. That's more agile than you think because Amity runs well. I was like, dude, just shovel it. Buckingham's covering, but he's like, I guess he could just see. He's like, I got him by a step. And he runs up and tags Amity, trying to score on like the shortest like pass ball ever. I thought he was like, that's so tough to run away from the plate, grab it, and then run all the way back. I know it's only like 2 or 3 steps in one direction, but the change direction. Oh my gosh. Houdini escape. Here it is. There's a replay on Luis Solis has got it. And then he runs back and he gets him. Oh, what a replay. What a replay, Luis Solis. That was huge. Goodness gracious, folks. Talk to your heart doctor. I need some of those pills. What was that guy taking at Dumb and Dumber? He's taking heart pills until he overtook him. The Burger Shack. That's what I need. That was awesome. All right, bottom of 8th, folks. Sweet Caroline going on.
For Seguin, number 46, Alex Gonzalez.
All right. So I can recognize the hammer on sight. So Ham comes in, I believe it Jackson Sison. Logan Ham doing his best Shohei Ohtani two-way gig. Was in the lineup tonight as a DH. So Ham from Lamar. We're going to Lamar. Is going to face Alex Gonzalez. Oh, am I too low? Okay. Right there. That's probably good. It's probably too much. 1-1. Alex Gonzalez drilled a single, 1 for 3 tonight. Singled in the first. Calls that a strike. Pretty wide strike right there. Ham comes way over the top. So you can tell it's not Sison anymore. 1-2. Bounced, depending on what hop he gets it on, could be interesting. Oh my gosh, I thought he was going to launch that down the right field line. So kind of a chopping nubber out in front of the mound, and Ham guns it to first pretty high, but Shadow tall enough to keep his foot on the bag and make the play. 1-3, 1 down. It's going to be Adrian Torres. Torres, 2, is over 3. See him get into 1. Certainly has the power as that ball goes to the backstop, 1-0. And I'll give a shout out to the Godfather Mike G and the legend Scotty B, working hard on the concessions. 2-0. Adrian, it'd be nice to get him on. Most of the stirs run really well, frankly. So anybody get on, get a swipe, get that insurance run, and he drills it to first, but Shadow takes on the hop, and easy 1 unassisted. So 2 down, 3 unassisted, and this is going to be Preston Freeman. Freeman walked in the first, 0 for 2 tonight. I like the Freeman matchup with Ham. Ham's got a good fastball, but Freeman's hands were given to him by the planet Krypton. And they're as fast as the Flash. I don't know if that's proper comic book reference, but dude's got some hands. He can get out in front of that fastball. Ham goes outside corner fastball for the first strike. 6-year-old is taking the Polaroid and ran out into the stands. Drilled, and Freeman does what he does to fastballs. And single, you can hear the crack of the bat. Freeman gets loose. So Freeman aboard with a 2-out single. I have a prediction rate that's less than 100. Usually when I start, of course, I pretty much say superlatives about all players. So sometimes it backfires, but I called that one. I was like, I like that matchup. This is Xavier Arias. Takes outside. Freeman, as with most stirs, can run well. I don't know if you go here. 2 outs, maybe. Arias skies it out to right. Gaspard taking a creative route to it, but he does get it. So the fly out to right's the 3rd out, and now we go to the top of the 9th, holding on to a 2-1 lead. Let's get it, folks. Do our pump-up song right there. Got to pump it. I got the Ryan Calvert Pump It Up song playing. Oh, that's not it. Got to pump it up. I'm just going to leave that playing. Got to pump it up. Wherever you are, Ryan Calvert. You're a legend.
From the University of Texas, San Antonio, number 33, Ruger Riojas.
Oh, snap. I thought we had to shut Ruger down. I didn't know what his innings limit was. But I love to see that. Oh, my goodness. Ruger Riojas. Absolute nastiness. True freshman. UTSA Roadrunners, nationally ranked. Absolutely. Talk about Dalton Buckingham throwing you cheddar and then Limburger and then some Swiss and just coming with cheese. That's Riojas's game. You can pull the string on, you can break it off, but it's a matchup, dude. It's a challenge you in the zone stuff that Riojas has that I just love. I don't have to make you chase the slider foot outside the zone and make you miss. I can come at you. King Cutters starting with the 4-hole batter. Cade Turnage, Jaeger Shattle, and Emil Estrella are coming up. Turnage, the 4-hole, is going to lead it off for him. He's the catcher tonight. He singled his last time and then got thrown out. And he was batting last. He was 1-0 when the madness unfolded with Amity trying to score on the ball, getting away from Stockton. And that's a fastball for strike one. Bounces it 1-1 now. Let's see how our broadcast looks with our new pitcher cam. He half swings it, coming charging on is Nyan Hayes, and he underhands it to first, one down. Nyan Hayes made so many plays tonight. So Turnage wasn't sure if he wanted it, but his bat was enough out there that he hit it on the half swing, and this is going to be Jaeger Shattle. If you don't like saying that name, Jaeger Shattle, there's something wrong with you. Riojas from the stretch. Picasso paints the outside corner and does not get the call. 1-0. That's that very fine Bob Ross brush. 2-0. Shattle. Shattle tonight, 0 for 3. Takes strike there, 2-1. One thing about the booth, and I used sometimes have the opportunity to sit down the mic and go sit down. And Shattle full swings it, but he skies it. Under it is Hayes calling for it, dealing with the wind, and he makes the catch. 2 down. Emil Estrella doubled in the second, had 2 Ks. And now it's 2 down, top 9. Riojas on to seal it. Bounces the breaker low, 1-0. I feel like these guys are making the fly balls look easier than they are with the wind. It's not crazy windy, but that's a strike. 1-1. Drilled, but caught. Line by Damian Rodriguez lays out and gloves the line drive from Australia. The Stars win. The Stars win. Huge win on getting some separation with Acadiana with 2 games to go in the playoff hunt. Oh, what a masterpiece from Braylon P. Lowe. Oh, gotta love it. We have the replay on that one. That was. I'll tell you what, Riojas throwing cheddar. If you barrel it up, that was a bullet, but Damian Rodriguez extends, catches the line drive for the 3rd out, and that does it. Come back for our last home game tomorrow night. I expect you all to be here. If you're like, well, I live in Maine, I can't make it. That's not an excuse. There's planes. Well, that's not planet-friendly to fly to Smokey Joe. It is. Get down here for the last home game. Stars heating up. That does it. Final 2-1. Absolute TCL flipping masterpiece. Thanks to GVEC. We'll get some GVEC logos extended. Look at these guys. Thank you. Partners in crime. For sure, ATG crew. Bonnie, Mo Jorgen, Jake Whalen, Louis Solis, Mike G, Scotty B, Ryan King, Caroline, Jeremy the Juice, Gill, Dutch Chattahooch. Who am I forget, Louis? I don't know. T-Texas Tony Turnstile on the call. The kids are off to the flipping races, as they should be. That's a tight one to win, but, man, when you get the W, ain't none better. Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to go down to some player of the game jazz, throwing on the green jacket, and I am wearing my lucky Mexico City Liga Mexicana de Baseball jersey. The record in this jersey at home is phenomenal. That's why I keep wearing it. All right. Let's get the outro tunes. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Appreciate the comments. Find me on Twitter. We out.